your nearest intake facility immediately. We promise nothing nefarious will befall you. We promise. Resistance members, report to the VIP section of your nearest intake facility for compulsory behavioral modification. It will be fun. Fun.
Your suit seems to be working nicely, blending right in. There is the assistant, and there is the infobot. Whew. Masterful work. Now get out of there and decrypt that thing.
Where is the infobot?
Your ship is up ahead. Where are you going?
facility immediately. We promise nothing nefarious will befall you. We promise. Resistance members, report to the VIP section of your nearest intake facility for compulsory behavioral modification. It will be fun. Fun.
Your suit seems to be working nicely, blending right in. There is the assistant, and there is the infobot. Whew. Masterful work. Now get out of there and decrypt that thing.
Where is the infobot?
ship is up ahead. Where are you going?
Well, but it could just, yeah, but the universe could necessarily exist and still have a beginning and an end.
How does it have a beginning if if it never existed? It had to start somewhere. If it started somewhere, that means that it was made, it was created by someone.
What do you mean, like start somewhere in time?
Yeah. Or no, necessarily in time. Like even time was created by God. Everything was created by God.
Well, why would I agree with that if I don't think God exists?
I mean, the Holy Bible says so. The good book.
Yeah, but to believe in the Bible, you have to believe that God exists.
Nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, Clazer, I came up here to talk to you, nigga. What you doing, my
These are
boy?
my prompts.
Why? You want to debate the topic? Debate him. I'm not debating this shit.
No, I want
I
to
don't
debate
hold this
you.
stance.
I want to debate you, my best buddy. You.
Which one? Who, me?
Just lost to me on live. I don't know how to
Why are
argue
you
with
lying to
any
your
of these.
peoples, man?
Wait, who? Wait, oh, no, you're talking to Burrow. Say Burrow, dude. If you're talking to him.
Oh, y'all don't know. I
say Burrow.
know him for years. I remember him back when his name was Clazer. I know him for years. We go way back.
Yeah, active. I agree with God's existence. I think a higher power exists. I don't disagree with that. I'm not sure what here we would debate.
Oh. Well, get your punk ass out the car, Beru. This is the rematch. Yeah, boy, the rematch.
What is happening?
Trolls.
No. He's that's really it. Hi,
Okay.
Cody.
So wait, Burrows. To be specific, you don't disagree with like what God existing, but you also you believe in what?
I believe that there's some sort of higher power, whether it be like some sort of spiritual higher power or something like that. Whether it be God or something else, I don't know, but I believe that there is a higher power.
Oh, okay. Just making that clear.
Wait, so why does it say that you believe God doesn't exist on there?
Because that's for Agent right here, the Taiwanese guy.
These are my prompts.
Oh, all right. So can you give your reasoning
I was
as
just
to why you believe God doesn't exist?
Yeah, I mean, well, so first off, do you understand the concept of what a prior is?
I've never heard of that.
Right. So a prior is this idea where humans sort of like as a part of their cognitive function, they form beliefs about things before evaluating any evidence by some set criteria, right? So, and then a credence is a belief about how likely something is, right? So first you classify atheism as and theism as two distinct hypotheses. And then before evaluating any evidence, you can set how likely, before evaluating evidence, you can set how likely you think each of those hypotheses will be by a set of criteria, which are normally called theoretical virtues, which basically just mean how good a theory is compared to others. So for example, right, to explain why there's a grilled cheese on my floor, the hypothesis that there's grilled cheese fairies that are sort of flying into my home and dropping grilled cheeses on my floor is a lot worse than me making a grilled cheese and then dropping it on my floor, right, before evaluating the evidence. And so you do the same thing with theism and atheism. And atheism has the advantage because it does not posit an entity. It doesn't think that God exists. Right. And normally when a theory is simpler, it's a better one. And so that's one main reason why I'm an atheist as opposed to a theist.
Roundabout way to say Occam's razor, man. I swear.
That was a pretty long explanation, but you're saying that basically you believe God doesn't exist because it's the simpler, or yeah, like
It's just a better hypothesis with respect to, like a range of things that make a theory better than another one.
I just honestly can't agree with that. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like it makes a lot more sense if there's a being that's above our comprehension than that created everything in the universe, than it does that stuff just kind of spawned in one day off a large explosion. Like, I just can't agree with that.
Yeah, but surely, like, imagine that you had no idea that there was anything at all, right? You were just sort of massively ignorant, and you hadn't known any evidence. A prior is before evaluating any evidence. I mean, maybe you do know it, but you're just sort of thinking about it before taking any evidence in. That's what I'm saying. So before evaluating any evidence, atheism is more likely true than theism. And then what you say after that is, even after evaluating evidence, nothing sways the likelihood of God.
I mean, I don't really feel like that's objective, though. There are way too many accounts of people having to just completely dismiss the fact that there's evidence for God existing.
Yeah, but which hypothesis predicts religious experience is better, right? God existing or aliens implanting that in your head? I don't believe that, by the way. I'm just asking.
God existing.
Really? Really?
Yeah? I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
feel like the vast majority of people, if you were to ask them, would most definitely agree that God existing.
really?
Yeah?
I think God exists. They're more likely to think that and aliens are probably more likely to do that than a non-existing thing. Plus, again, that's the sort of thing that wins. More likely to think again that's the sort of thing that wins on theoretical virtues again, because God is normally cached. Are probably more likely to do that than a non-existing thing with aliens. You could also just say, I mean, like the obvious reason is like lying or psychosis or I don't know, illusions, tripping out or something like that.
As the reasons why people believe in religions?
No, the reasons that they claim to have divine experiences. Those also predict why like people have varying divine experiences as well. Like some people say they've had interactions with Bodhisattva or Yahweh or what's the other one? Allah. Right. But that's not if God existed and it was one of those three, then he wouldn't be giving all of those divine experiences of different things to other people. So that's just a better explanation.
I mean, when people do have like divine experiences, they're obviously going to immediately attribute it to, wow, this has to be the God that I believe in. So regardless, they're just going to immediately assume, oh yeah, that must have been whatever, they believe in.
Wait, but then they'd just be reporting like, so you said that the evidence for God is people having or people reporting divine experiences. But if they're reporting false things, then why believe their other one? Why believe their other claim?
I mean, because some people that report having divine experiences are lying doesn't mean everybody is. Like, and even then, there is still evidence for a lot of the stuff that happens in the Bible. Plus, I'd also
Like
feel
what?
like, what you say?
Well, yeah. I mean, so the first thing is that it's much more likely if all divine interactions are false, it's likely that most of them are verifiably false by your lights. But what do you think is in the Bible that's true? That's not like trivial.
Well, obviously the life and death of Jesus. Honestly, that's the main thing off the top of my head. Like, because that's basically what the entire religion is built around.
Well, yeah, I mean, I grant that Jesus lived. I might even grant that he resurrected, to be honest. But that would not convince me that God existed, because there's no way there's no way to map that out to, oh, Jesus resurrected, therefore God exists.
You're saying that you would believe Jesus resurrected without also believing that God exists.
Yeah, that would be the more likely approach.
I guess, bro.
Right.
Is that it?
Is there any
that it?
other
'Cause
reasons?
There are some other people.
What you say?
Are there any other reasons?
That I believe God is real, or
Yeah, right. Or just that you can try and convince me.
I mean, I forgot the name of the argument, but it basically went like there's really no downsides to believing that God exists, especially because from what I've heard, it doesn't sound like you one of the atheists that like believes if God were to exist, he would be evil. It's just like there's really no real downside to believing in God in the event that he does exist, because if you believe in God and he doesn't exist, then you still lived a life trying to like be as kind to others as you can. But if you didn't, I mean, if he does exist and you didn't believe in him, then while I personally don't believe that atheists are automatically sent to hell, you're definitely gonna have a harder time getting in there if you don't believe in God.
Yeah, it's called Pascal's wager.
Yeah.
So there's two things with Pascal's wager. One, it doesn't show that God does exist, just that we should believe in him. And two, it's like abhorrently bad at actually guiding our actions, because you could posit any random thing and threaten, and that thing will threaten you if you don't believe in it or something. Here's one, right? A robber breaks into your house, holds a PP to your head, and says, "Believe that 2 + 2 = 5." Right? Maybe you should believe that 2 + 2 = 5, but I mean, that's not going to force your belief to change.
I mean, I feel like that's a different scenario because your life is being directly threatened in there. While in the Bible, it's not really like it's asking you to do anything completely outrageous. It really does just ask you to like be kind to those around you, worship God. It's not like it's, like in the scenario you gave, you have a literal gun to your head and you're gonna die if you don't pretend to believe in that.
Like, well, okay, well, I mean, surely you could just posit like some other divine entity that's really mischievous, and say like if you don't live your life, I don't know, living super strangely like Weird Al Yankovic, then he's gonna punish you to infinite suffering in hell, or maybe like the government like plants, something in your head, and if you don't believe that the government is all good and you worship the government, at your final, what can I say, unaliving bed. That doesn't really make sense, but I think you get the idea. Like, you sort of just blow up to smithereens. Okay, well, just because that hypothesis exists doesn't mean that you should worship the government.
I mean, yeah, but that like has the same principle where it's kind of you going out of your way to do something odd that would also be considered like morally bad. Well, in the case of Christianity, it would, like I previously said, just be trying to live a life that aligns with biblical principles, like taking care of the less fortunate and whatnot.
Right, but you understand that like that does not convince you to believe it. Like that's not an advantage that specifically God has, because you're just like, the belief that God exists is separate from the way that you live your life. You could say that you think that there's a teapot in between Mars and Jupiter, somewhere in that broad range in our orbit. And then also along with, I don't know, the religion teapotism, you also are really nice or something. I mean, that wouldn't motivate you to believe in a teapot somewhere between Mars and Jupiter.
I don't really understand where you're trying to go with that analogy.
Like, there's no motive. Like, so the first point was that, one, it does not motivate you to believe in God. Like, it doesn't give you a good reason to actually believe in him. And then two, you living a moral life is that's not strictly given to the theory that God exists or Christianity. You could develop any random thing and then say that you live a good life and there's no bad things that come from it by believing X thing that's really stupid or something.
I mean, yeah, that is fair. Like, I see how that could just be attributed to basically anything.
Mm. Kelly, you're my mod.
What was that?
I believe so.
I'm just asking the host if I'm a mod because I wanted to see if there are other people. Sorry, what did you say, Nos?
That's really all that I wanted to say. You can go ahead and let that Neo guy that's been talking a lot of.
Yeah, he's
I
been
see.
wanting to go in.
Yeah. Well, it was nice talking to you, bro.
Yeah, it was good talking to you too. I hope you have a good day.
All right, you too.
Bye bye. Kelly, I don't think I'm a mod. What's that?
I made him mod.
Well, hold on, let me see. Well, he is mod, but like,
Oh, yeah, I
Hero,
am
did you
mod,
make
okay.
the settings? Did you make him get settings for like taking people down?
Is it manage guests and more? Yeah. Oh fuck! Someone's landing on me. 1 second.
Well, I wasn't trying to drop him off. He was being nice. I was just trying to see if there was anybody else
Yeah, I
request.
know.
Can you let this other guy up? Neo,
There you go.
Jizmist.
Yeah, he's been waiting for a while.
What's good?
Yo, what's up, man?
Yeah, so bro, I heard that you don't believe in God, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Do you believe in a higher power?
No.
Okay. So basically, bro, I got like multiple different ways to make you believe this shit, right?
Okay.
So it might be like more good to if you tell me like what's the main reason that's making you not believe it.
Yeah, well,
believe in a higher
did you
power.
hear my whole spiel before?
Yeah, I listened to it.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, you could just sort of keep on adding like random facts that would contribute to, like, for example, right? The problem of evil. Most people, right, even me, think that you could solve the problem of evil, but only through like positing a new thing, which would just lower the probability of God. So that lowers the likelihood of God. And then, if something existed and there's nothing about the thing that says that I won't interact with it, then it's not expected that I won't interact with it, like to the same degree that it doesn't exist. So that's another reason why you wouldn't believe in God.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's people starving, there's like terrible things happening all over all the time, so those are all bad things, right? But like, have you considered the point of view of like a higher entity not caring about those things because they're part of, let's say, nature? Exactly how like a bug gets squished and a person dies of a sickness, I mean, on our lives, bro. Exactly like that, everything can be like, in a not inhuman perspective, everything can be like be considered not very important type shit,
Right. Well, so most of the time people think that God is like all good, or at least very good or something.
Yeah, in the religions they do. Like there's the religions, but like okay, this is one other thing that I want to say because I basically, bruh, I had to wait so long that I forgot like all the main points that I wanted to say, but one just came back to me. So me personally, I don't believe in a religion, but I do believe in something higher, and I can convince people of it sometimes. But basically, all the religions, they're kind of similar, wouldn't you say, in a way?
All of them?
I mean, yeah. Like, of course, some religions are kind of different, and some are more similar. But in a way, they're all okay. In a way, they're all similar.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose that they're all similar, and like a religion is a group of people believing the same thing.
Exactly. To me, a religion is like a backstory to a higher power. and because they're all the same, that's like kind of a big okay, they're not all the same, that's bad wording, but because they're all similar in ways that there's like good and bad, there's rebirth, there's like karma, all the religions on earth are kind of similar, the bigger ones, and that's like kind of a big coincidence, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean generally, I mean not between certain religions. So for example, Judaism, Christianity. I mean the similarity there is predicted, but yeah, I mean from like Buddhism to Christianity, I'm not sure that relation is the same.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, like, why do you think they're all kind of similar, or are you saying they're not all similar?
Well, no, I said that they were similar and that it's like a group of people believing similar things.
Yeah, do you have like a reason why that could be, or no idea?
Why people, I mean, normally people
Like
sort of
why
share
they're all
beliefs based off of practices of the specific culture.
If I could interrupt for a moment, it's essentially the same way that like most ancient civilizations had like pyramids, right? Everything built up to this like one single point. Like that was the height of architecture at that time. Those religious beliefs would just be the height of beliefs. There's like a specific word for what you're talking about, but I forget offhand.
So it's like part of the time period.
I don't think it's necessarily about the time period because you could go back an arbitrary amount of distance in human history and you could probably find something similar. But I mean that might just be like a psychological fact or coincidental or something.
I mean, like to me that's like natural stuff. Exactly how science can be like could be called natural in some ways. Like that can be called natural to me.
What, like people forming beliefs together? Yeah, that's natural.
Yeah, like everyone forming beliefs, religions being formed by living beings that have the time and life to start thinking.
Right.
But yeah, I personally don't believe in like heaven or hell or anything like that. But I do strongly believe in a higher power. Like basically what I was talking about, all this natural stuff, is all kind of similar. Like the religions are similar, you know, we recognize patterns as humans. All life forms to me are kind of a little bit similar in ways, of course, like it's limitations, like physical limitations. What I was talking about, all this, it's limitations, and you know, stone people. English not my first language of the like limitations, but English not my first people and fucking ancient Egyptians. All that stuff is kind of there, which tells me that everything has a structure, and that like let me know that there's a higher power, you know. It doesn't have to be like one single higher power, it can be like inside of everything. Like the structure itself can be the higher power to me, you know.
Well, so I guess, are you saying that the similarity between all of these different groups is that God exists?
Wait, what was your question?
Are you saying that the similarity between all of these exists?
No.
Okay. I guess I'm a little bit lost.
That's so creamy.
No, I just said all religions are similar in many ways. That's all.
Right. I guess I agree with that.
Yeah, but I'm too slow right now for real, man. I imagine it to be easier to talk, but I haven't talked English in a while for real. I'm just realizing. So I'm gonna head out now.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, you did pretty good.
Oh, thanks so much. Take care, guys. Bye bye.
Yeah, you too. Have a good one.
I'll clip you, man. Yeah, hop on 4 right now. We're at 1 viewer chat. We're at like an all-time high.
Jesus.
I'll clip you, man. Yeah, hop on 4 right now.
Yeah.
We're at 1 viewer chat. We're at like an all-time high.
Jesus. I gotta start getting her.
Fuck you hiding up there with a minigun for. You're gonna get your ass. You're good.
Okay. I figured these topics were more rage baity, so I figured like people would start joining.
Oh my god, I'm getting cooked. Oh, oh. Yeah, it's time to dip. What does Dean do on his live that gets so much attention? Is it just because he's hot?
Maybe it's cause what?
Is it just because he's hot?
I guess, bro. What kind of statement is that? What do you? Anyways, it's probably because he's like got a face cam on and a quality mic, and he's only got like one topic up.
I don't know, man. Maybe I need to make a actual like political account. I don't know. Account devoted to politics.
Disagreeing that God does not exist.
Where are y'all? Are y'all on the water?
Maybe you should just change like the whole topic to just God doesn't exist with a simple background.
Yeah, I can do that. Where is this guy getting shot from?
You go do that, pal.
Oh no, I dropped my best gun. 1 second.
Okay.
Oh, there you are. I got melted. That's pretty good though. Yeah. I'll restart the live and start back up in an hour if we start back up immediately after it fucks, you know.
Maybe I'll try it.
It doesn't grow. Why are you
does grow.
manipulating your chat?
My goatee does grow. Chat.
Chat.
I don't know why I just cut it not too long ago. I shaved my face. Chat, first give us triples, y'all. First give us something. Last game we want to hear. Last game we want to hear. Last game if we want to hear, chat.
You look super like Hispanic. Chat, please play together on your triples.
I'm not that cheap, though.
I'm not that cheap.
I'm not that cheap, though.
Ah, bless you. Fuck, I want